Are you ready for a bicycle path adventure of a lifetime? Have you ever thought about taking a multi-day bicycle trip on a scenic path where you can take in breathtaking views, ride at your own pace, and never worry about traffic or arranging a pickup? What if you could top it all off by hopping on a train for an easy ride back to your starting point? No stress or hassle, just you, your bike, and the open trail. If that sounds like your kind of adventure, stick around and we'll take you on our next trail on the Great Allegheny Passage, the Gap.
Hi, John and Julie here with our next trail. We're getting ready to start our bike ride from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Cumberland, Maryland on the Great Allegheny Passage trail. It's 150 miles or so. I'm sure we'll make it about 175 with the way we bike. But we're excited about getting this started. We've been looking forward to it for months, and we're right here at the starting point along the rivers.
Here's a little background about the Gap Trail. You can ride your bike on the Pittsburgh to DC Trail one way about 333 miles and then take an Amtrak train back to your starting point. The trail is also divided into two major trails. The C&O Canal Towpath, which is 184 miles. The endpoints are Cumberland, Maryland, and Georgetown, Washington, D.C. The other major trail is the Gap, the Great Allegheny Passage. The endpoints are Cumberland, Maryland, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This path is 150 miles. This adventure is all about the Gap. You can start in Pittsburgh and end in Cumberland and take the train back, or you can do the trip the opposite way from Cumberland to Pittsburgh. Either way, the train can take you back to your starting point. Stick around to enjoy the Gap and get some great hints on how to plan your own trip.
First question you need to answer when you're biking the Allegheny Gap Trail is, where are you going to park?
We recommend parking at the Pittsburgh Parking Authority at the Grant Street Transportation Center. The Amtrak station is right across the street, which will be great when you end your trip and take the train back to your starting point.
We're going to leave our car here for multiple nights. Online, it looked like the parking here was $6 a night. It's not. I talked to the transportation center director, and it's going to be about $20 a night. It's going to cost us about $56 to be here for 3 nights, but it's cheaper than parking at the hotel. And this is a great place to park your car because right down the street is where we stayed. The next question is, where should you stay?
The Drury Plaza Hotel is right down the street from the parking spot right by the Amtrak station. It's a pretty impressive facility for breakfast.
Part of the stay, right?
Free breakfast. Part of the stay. It's a very nice hotel. Maybe a little more than we need, but it's right where we need it to be.
Getting ready to go to the starting point of the GAP. We're getting ready to go.
From the Drury Inn, we put in the Great Allegheny Passage, western terminus, into our GPS and rode along the Allegheny River. The City of Bridges, 100 feet. Pretty beautiful start here. The starting point of the Gap from Pittsburgh is in Point State Park, right where 3 major rivers converge: the Allegheny, the Ohio, and the Monongahela rivers.
This trip will have a 5,690 feet elevation gain and a 5,780 feet elevation loss, which means we're going to be going uphill. They promise it's going to be a slow gain uphill, but a fast gain downhill. So we'll have to see.
And of course, when she was planning it, she told me we're gonna go this way, and it's not that big of a rise, but I'm gonna wait to see, because she always does that to me. Says it's not gonna be that bad, but it ends up being tough for me.
The next question is, how do you follow the Gap Trail? Download the All Trails app to your phone, and then find, as soon as you get here, you'll see it's the only off-road biking path that you can take in Pittsburgh. And it will have the 150 miles downloaded to your phone, and it's going to take you through. So what do you think, John? Should we get started?
Yeah.
Let's go! All right, here we go. I believe we're still in Pittsburgh, but it's starting to look country, and there's a lot of noise from the traffic all around us. Our next stop is, I believe it's something called a Golden Bridge or some type. You know, my memory's terrible. What is it? Iron Bridge. See, it's a metal. Anyways, we're headed to the Iron Bridge, and I'll tell you all about it when we get there.
This is the hot metal bridge over the Monongahela River. It's an important part of steel history. At its peak, locomotives hauled 4,300 tons of molten iron daily to Pittsburgh's south side for producing steel. During World War II, 15% of the total steel making capacity of the United States crossed the Monongahela River via the hot metal bridge. The hot metal bridge was inducted into the North American Railroad Hall of Fame in 2016.
This is where the Pittsburgh Steelers train. On the University of Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Pitt.
I get it. Pitt.
Penn. Pitt.
Pitt. P-I-T-T. Pitt. For the first time, the sign said go down the street, but the sidewalk looked like it was pulling us in a different direction. So we followed the sidewalk. We're now cutting across the parking lot to get back on track. Like John said, it'll probably, instead of 150 miles, it'll probably be about 175 for us. Back on track. You see the old train tracks. It makes this a rails and trails bike path. Crushed stone path from here on out. Suttersville. Big twist. We decided not to go to the ice cream place. There's no place to sit. So we went here to Big E's Bar and Grill. Got a salad and some water and a place to charge our phone. So now we're ready to hit the road. 30 more miles to go. Mile marker 90 is our stopping point. So 22 miles to go. So what's your opinion about riding from Pittsburgh to Cumberland at this point instead of Cumberland to Pittsburgh?
Not many people going the way we're going. Coming from the other.
Yeah. But they said on the videos we watched that this is the way to go.
Why is that?
Well, because it's too tough. The climb from Cumberland up is too tough. I think when we get...
We got 60 miles of a gradual climb.
Yeah.
You can feel it. Don't let anybody fool you.
Back on the bike. 20 miles to go. Hear that train? When we get done with this whole bike trip, 150 miles, we're taking the train back to Pittsburgh. Sometimes I wish I could take that train right now. You got it in you, honey? 11 more miles. Watch the blank stare. We have arrived in Connellsville and we're very close to the hotel. It's literally right off the bike path.
Your destination is on the left.
The Connellsville Comfort Inn is between $110 and $150 a night. This is the Comfort Inn room, very nice. We're headed to the swimming pool because we are wiped out.
Literally cool down our...
Pretty nice swimming pool after the 60-mile bike ride. Hey, honey.
Relaxing. It's a nice setting right here outside this Comfort Inn in Connellsville. You see us coming another day and kayaking this river. Yeah, it's nice, real nice.
We have a pizza coming.
Can't wait. Wow.
Otherwise, we would have had to walk
Over a mile.
16 minutes. We're just not doing it.
We're not going to ride our bikes anymore.
We're done. What I like to call a reward for 60 miles of bike riding. Good, honey.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We hope you've enjoyed the video so far. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next part of our trip, our conclusion on the Great Allegheny Passageway. Lots of great hints ahead to plan your trip. Until next time, let our next trail help you find your next trail.